May I request a big round of applause for everyone gathered here today to receive their CFA charter. You are now part of global community of 190,000 plus charter holders and very true ambassadors of professional excellence and ethical conduct in the investment industry. CFA Society Pakistan is delighted to celebrate this milestone in your career. Let me now request President of the CFA Society, Mr. Sajjad Anwar, to please come up on the stage for his remarks.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. On behalf of CFA Society Pakistan, I'm extremely thankful to all of you for being here with us tonight, especially our distinguished guest speaker for the seminar, Dr. Salman Ahmed, and our honorable chief guest, Mr. Arkam Tariq, who is Special Secretary Finance. Thank you very much everyone for coming today. So we are extremely thankful to you for accepting our invitation and gracing the Charter Award ceremony with your presence. By agreeing to become the guest of honor and personally award the CFA Charter to young professionals, you have made this day very memorable for them, and it will be very motivating for them as well. So you may be already familiar with the CFA Society Pakistan and CFA Institute, but I will give you a brief introduction. CFA Society is a not-for-profit organization company that is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission of Pakistan and registered with the CFA Institute based in the United States of America. CFA stands for Chartered Financial Analyst. The premier credential awarded by the CFA Institute is called the CFA Charter. The route to becoming a CFA Charter is a very rigorous one. It requires 3 years of rigorous exams and 3 years of relevant qualification and experience. The CFA program curriculum includes ethical and professional standards, financial reporting and analysis, corporate finance, economics, quantitative methods, equity, fixed income, alternative investments, derivatives, portfolio management, and wealth planning. CFA Charter is considered as a gold standard for investment professionals in the areas of financial analysis and investments. In line with this mission, the CFA Institute strives to promote highest standard of ethics, education, and professional excellence, and try to work closely with the leaders in the public and private sectors to improve corporate governance, modernize regulatory framework, and enhance and facilitate better communication between the markets on the one hand and regulators and policymakers on the other hand. It is indeed a special occasion, an important moment for as many as 90 CFA charter holders who pass one of the most rigorous exams in the financial industry and obtain the mandatory relevant work experience. This kind of ceremony was held in Karachi, where those CFA charter holders from that region they received award in the last month. And today we have gathered to celebrate, congratulate, and appreciate your remarkable achievements from this central and the north region. Dear fellow CFA charter holders, I am honored to welcome you the CFA Society Pakistan in a global CFA Institute like-minded families. The CFA Institute community includes more than 190,000 plus charter holders in 164 countries. There are around 4,000 professionals from Pakistan who are either CFA charter holder, are the CFA candidate, are the member of the CFA Institute affiliate members. Dear fellow members, you have achieved this milestone as you have achieved this thing. What is more important is that what you do with your charter now and how you grow in your career and contribute to the financial market and the economy of this country. We know that it was not an easy journey at all, and especially during the COVID-19 difficult period, but we are proud of you that you are able to make it. I also take this opportunity to urge you to maintain your engagement with the CFA Society and the CFA Institute because whether you want to connect with your fellow CFA professionals, or you want to manage your career, enhance your knowledge, or engage as a volunteer, we are here to help you. I would also like to thank our fellow members, senior members, for being here to encourage this new lot of the new peers. Let's welcome the new CFA charter holder with a big round of applause for their hard work. I would also like to acknowledge the hard work of the CFA Society Pakistan staff led by our very dedicated Mr. Sabrat Hassan, who invested their valuable times and energies over the past few weeks to make this event possible. Dear fellow members, without taking any more of your valuable time, I would now like to invite our honorable chief guest on the stage to say a few words of advice and inspiration. Thank you very much.
First of all, I would like to congratulate all the CFA charter holders for getting this prestigious award. And secondly, I am grateful to the CFA Society Pakistan, Dr. Salman Saab, President Sajjad Saab and other board members for inviting me today. Apologies that Finance Secretary himself could not be present here today due to some pressing urgent commitments. And it is my honor that I'm present here today. I will not be taking much of your time, but I think the topic today, Pakistan's economic challenges and its place among emerging economies, it's the most relevant given the current state of Pakistan's economic affairs, Pakistan's ongoing talks with the IMF. And I'm not a finance specialist, I'm a generalist. At the end of the day, either it's the Ministry of Finance or the finance department or the private sector. It has to be the professionals, either the chartered accountants, the CFAs, the economists who have to work with the policymakers and help steer the country towards sustainable economic path, as Dr. Salman Saab very elaborately mentioned. Climate finance and ESG has been mentioned time and again today. I would also like to highlight this aspect. It is not only the role of the governments to promote climate finance and ESG, it is also the role of the private sector. When a business goes to the bank for obtaining loan or for borrowing, not only the banks should be looking at the collateral or the financial health of the institution. There should be some benchmark for how much it is contributing to the ESG and how it is helping in creating sustainable and green financing. These are the areas where we have to move as early as possible. Otherwise, the world is very fast, moving towards that direction in a very fast pace. Recently, I have heard that the Ministry of Finance, Islamabad, is now establishing a climate finance or a climate finance unit or a climate finance area where they will be advising the government on how to build the resilient economy. But at the cost of repetition, I would say that it is not only the government, it has to be the private sector as well. And there the role of the CFAs comes in very handy who most of them after graduating joins the private sector. But I would also like to take this opportunity to invite all the fresh CFA charter holders to join the government, because government needs the professionals like you in preparing policies. For example, finance department has a number of, government of Punjab has a number of professional units that were established in the last 6 to 7 years. And this is my second stint in finance department. I worked here before in 2014 and 15, and Umar Saab was my colleague there. And I can say with very reliability that the input level which the finance department gave at that time and which is now being given at this time has increased remarkably well over the last 6-7 years because of the establishment of those units and involvement of the professionals from the private sector. People in the government, they are mostly generalists, they come and go, but it has to be the advice of the professionals who carry the weight at the end of the day. It is often said that government decisions are politicized, or they are not. They are taken not on the basis of some professional work or on the basis of some professional advice. I would tend to disagree with that. If there is a reasonable professional advice coming from the professionals like you, government usually listens to that. So another unit related to the public performance-based grants unit for the local bodies is being set up in finance department in the coming days, and we will be having positions coming for the financial analysts, and I would be requesting you to look for that opportunities as well. And those of you who join the private sector or are already working in the private sector, my advice for today's ceremony would be to help them focus on policies that promote ESG investing, that promote climate finance, and that also leads to borrowing that promotes earnings and that promotes exports rather than promoting consumption or the wasteful expenditure, which leads to the twin deficits. Much has been said about the Asian financial crisis and the 2008 crisis and various other macroeconomic challenges faced by the world during the last 50 years or so. But this current crisis being faced by Pakistan is unprecedented, and I think the role of both government and private sector professionals would be very handy in combating this challenge. And I think the lessons learned, if the decisions are taken in the right direction and positive decisions are taken, I think it would be very helpful in the coming days. So I would not be taking much of your time. I would once again thank you for inviting me, and I would like to congratulate all the CFA charter holders, and I would wish them best of luck for their future careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Khan. You are requested to stay on the stage for the charter distribution ceremony. I would now invite Dr. Salman Ahmed on stage and Mr. Sajjad Anwar to join him on the stage as well for the charter distribution ceremony. Charter holders, you are requested to come up on the stage as your names are announced. Farhan Khurshid Malik. Hamza Ahmed. Khwaja Noman Mustafa. Manzur Raza Beg. Mohammad Irfan. Mohammad Qasim Mughal. Mohammad Sanan Tahir. Shahroz Ali. Tabinda Asadur. Tahreem Shaukat. Tabinda. Tahreem Shaukat. Umar Hayat. Waqas Ahmed. Zainab Irfan. Thank you. Please join your hands together once again to appreciate the long hours and hard work of the successful charter holders. May I now request the board members to come up on the stage to present the memento to our chief guest, Mr. Kam. Board members. The stage for the group photo, please.
Can we just wait for one picture from my phone? Four fingers down.
एक दोबारा ग्रुप दोबारा सर पीछे नजर नहीं आ रहे